manage to pay my bills.
25,000 is average now.
That's a great perspective. I work 5 miles away from home. I pay $50 a month at best for gas.
Mm-hmm.
I pay less than $200 a month on insurance, auto insurance, and the car's paid.
So you're coming out with something really good I'm going to talk about, as you just said that right now. I'm just making sure that I look wonderful. I got a hair sticking up on my hair right here. I'm on Facebook. I haven't done my hair. And I'm going to tell you what, I got my hair colored yesterday. And I never wash my hair the day that I get my hair colored. So the next day I don't wash my hair. I try not to use curling irons on it. So I want it to really set in my hair. And I just feel like it lasts longer. So I don't wash it until tomorrow. And then I don't do a deep conditioner till like the following week. So my hair is flat today. And no makeup because I've been running around. So while I am talking to everybody, I'm going to put some concealer on so I look a little decent.
So in case you don't know us, Cindy is my sister's Cindy Lifestyle and More. That's her channel on YouTube.
And what do I do?
Mostly hauls and beauty, because that's your life.
Yes.
And it's in this like life vlog. However, I'm a little bit different.
Yes. Talk about what you do, Lisa.
So I just do a life vlog about semi-retirement, living my best semi-retired life and just reinventing, you know. And belt loop.
Or whatever she wants to.
Whatever I want to talk about. I don't believe, I'm so tired of everybody chasing the algorithm. It's like the algorithm, don't chase the algorithm. Let the algorithm chase you. So, but yeah.
And I do beauty and skincare. I don't look like it right now. I know. If you look at my videos, I do.
Yes, we are sisters. My sister Cindy is my oldest sister, but we've lived very different lives growing up. Cindy was always a girly girl, and I was always the tomboy. And it's just been how life has always been, you know. Yes. She's 5 years older than me. That means nothing, though. See, she's put makeup on. I haven't put makeup on all day. But Belle Loop wants to know. She says, "You're actually sisters or just friends?" No, we're sisters.
No, we're sisters.
And how long have you been doing YouTube? So Cindy's been on YouTube for
since March or April 2021.
2021?
Yeah.
No,
seriously. Let me look here. My first.
Oh yeah, I get the point that 2021. I was crazy. I was thinking, what? Okay. And I've been doing YouTube around, I think I posted one video in 2021 and then I stopped. I went on TikTok and then I went back to YouTube. Go ahead.
April 12th, 2021.
April 12th, 2021.
Mm-hmm. It's a long time. But I've learned so much. And I'm going to be honest, when I got on YouTube, I didn't know what I was doing. I was like, what do I do? What do I talk about? What camera do I use? I mean, like, I had no inclination of what to do. Because I never really, I'm going to be honest, I didn't watch YouTube. I thought YouTube, and I say this in my videos, oh, you need to fix a refrigerator? Go on YouTube and somebody will show you how to fix a refrigerator. Oh, you need to know why you got water in your car? But I didn't realize that half of the people that I was checking up, they were handyman that started a YouTube channel. They were probably a refrigerator person that used to work for Kenmore, who started a YouTube channel. I thought that these were all professionals, certification, and they were sharing advice and information. Well, I didn't understand the concept that no, it's nothing to do with certification. These are people who like to share makeup, skincare, hair care, refrigerator, mechanics, an oil change. And that's what when my husband was alive, we would go, oh, this is not blinking right. So he would go forward, da, 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 light bulb's not working. And then somebody would come on, say, go get your light bulb. You open it up. And we thought they were professional, certified. And a lot of them were just really they knew how to work with cars.
Yes.
We didn't understand that. Like, we started watching YouTube like 2018. My husband used to watch Brian Slots. I didn't start watching YouTube in 2020 because when COVID happened, I didn't know what to do. TVs weren't really doing it much. So that's when I was introduced. And then I go, oh, that person is not a makeup artist. Oh, that person is a housewife who's doing it. It kind of like just clicked. And yeah. So now you know how I got introduced. So when I started doing YouTube, I'm like, well, what do I do? And guess who told me to do a YouTube channel? You're looking at her on, I guess, your left.
I told Cindy long time ago that she should get on YouTube and share. This was when she was in her 50s.
Yeah.
Makeup for women over 50, fashion for women over 50, because she was always into that. And I said, yeah, it's something that people would really be interested. And she never really got it, but Greg was like, yeah, we're going to put a little studio together. And Cindy's going to
didn't do it, but we finally did.
But finally she got around to it. So y'all, StreamYard, I started that too. Talk Studio Streamables. Now we use Eevee. Yeah, we use StreamYard because it's an easy interface and we enjoy it.
Yeah.
Peyton's here. Peyton says that 2020 was the worst year of his life. It would be great, Peyton, if you want to share that on your content. We would love to find out more,
Yeah. Great conversation piece.
And
Oops,
then
loud,
Loop says it sounds like a good niche. The niche Cindy's in is in beauty, which is basically like wellness, health and wellness, fashion, and me is just lifestyle. And I love sharing lifestyle. I love getting out in the garden, sharing my lifestyle, going live, and also in the backyard, because I do small house living as well. I live in a very, very, very small house. By the way, Cindy, I had to make a call out to a cleaning service, see if somebody can come out once a month to clean the house.
Never fails. As soon as I get on live, go ahead and the reason why that I went with beauty, which probably made sense. Let me close my door.
Okay. So Loop says his life changed very little in 2020. He still had to go to work, although, and being in the South, it wasn't the same as a large democratic city. I lived and worked in Los Angeles City proper during the situation. And I want to share with you, it was a shit show. I will never forget it. I had to drive to work in the morning with a certificate or a letter in my car so that if ever I was pulled over, I would take out the letter, show it to the officer that said to that officer that I was a qualified essential worker going to work at that hour. And it was okay for me to be on the road.
Oh, really?
100%. A letter I never threw away.
You know what? Now that you mentioned that, I had one. Okay. So let me tell you. So so if you're new here, let me back up. I'm a beauty advisor at Macy's. So, and the reason why I'm a beauty advisor, because I used to work in sales in cosmetics and fragrance, and then I worked in hair care for 27 years. So since I was 18 years old, I've been in the beauty industry. And I was coming home and Greg came to pick me up. Greg came to pick me up at work. And Macy's had to give us a sheet. Now that you think of that reason why we were leaving, because we used to close at 9. Now we close at 8. And we had to have a sheet of why we were leaving from work, because some people got stopped and they said they work at the store. So Greg's sitting in my car, and Greg came to pick me up, and he had a headache, and he says, "Can you go ahead and drive?" And I said, "Yeah." I got stopped. I got stopped in my neighborhood. I'm driving in. It was like 10, like about 9:30 or 10, because Greg and I went to the store. And he said, "Here's my license plate. And above the license plate, there's a light." And he said that my light wasn't on. But that's not the why he stopped me. He wanted to know why we were driving around at night. And I said, "I just got off work." I work at Macy's. I got off at 9 o'clock. And he said he wanted to know why Greg was sitting in there. I says, "Because he came and picked me up. He came to pick me up so we can go to the store, because we had to go to the store and pick up a few dog bones and food like that." I said, "So you stopped me to ask me why I'm driving at night."
Mhm.
It wasn't about the light, but he used the light to stop. And that's when I had the paper in the back seat. And
It's
then he just
shocking.
let it go. Huh? Yeah,
was
I
shocking.
remember that. That happened to me.
I remember going to work and living and working in downtown Los Angeles.
Uh-huh.
And we had to maintain 6 feet. Not a problem. I don't have a problem. I prefer to maintain 6 feet.
Right.
But we had the health department walking down the street back and forth, going into businesses and saying, "Hey, you guys need to make sure you're keeping a 6-foot distance."
Right.
And when Mother's Day rolled around and they started lifting a little bit because of social pressures, the health department would come in and literally, like, you would go, "The health department's here. Everybody maintain." And then the manager would be like, "Maintain 6 feet. They're going to shut us down. Maintain 6 feet." So we all had to change our behavior
Right.
as the health department would walk in. And then there would be the quizzes. The quizzes were anybody, any place, anytime can walk up to you and ask you questions about what you know working there, and if you have been trained properly on safety protocols, health protocols. What ifs were a lot of the questions. The what ifs and what ares. What ifs and what ares were the questions. So you had to also work with that, and also just the mask thing. We had a gentleman I worked with who was obese.
Okay.
And he was exempted from wearing a mask. This is downtown LA.
Right.
But we had customers come in and say to the manager, "Hey, that guy's not wearing a mask."
Right.
And we would tell the customer, "He is obese. He is exempt because he can't breathe without the mask. So he's exempt." And they would challenge it. And he couldn't breathe. So they would say, "You need to make him wear that mask for my
knowing
safety."
that he can,
Knowing
bad
that
can happen.
he because he can't breathe with the mask, and they would get mad. That's when
Now that's
and
sad.
now nobody wears a fucking mask. So I mean, it's like,
Exactly.
what are we talking about here?
But we're talking about someone's life.
Yeah, he was big boy.
What happens if something really would have happened, though? Something really would have happened. You're talking about a life, and you're taking.
Well, the gentleman, you have to remember that people have rights too. So this person stating that he had to wear his mask, acting like he or she was the enforcer, couldn't enforce him personally to wear the mask because he still held on to his carry. He was like, he was free to not wear it.
But can you imagine? He didn't care. It was his life. This is my life. That's what he felt like.
Yes.
This is my life. This is I need to breathe. All right. Now I'm done. I can talk to
I
everybody.
agree, Peyton. It's like we told her or him or her or whatever, we told that person, hey, he's whatever X, Y, and Z exempt because of the X, Y, and Z. And that person completely disregarded it in a very
Yeah.
selfish manner, saying, so you know what? Just don't walk up to him then, or
Yeah.
just don't stay in his space. Okay. Don't worry
Exactly.
about it. You're not standing over there, you're over here. So don't pay attention to what's going on over there. Worry about yourself. You got your mask on. You're protecting yourself from him. And he's okay. He's going to be okay. Okay. So just let it go. But that person couldn't let it go. So it was like, okay, so let me ask you. So then the result was you don't come out of your car. You pick up your shipment in the parking lot, and it's going to be one of us who's going to deliver the shipment to your car, because that person was so precious.
Mhm.
That person didn't get near this other individual. Why? Because you're saying that he's filthy? Are you saying that he's dirty? Are you saying that he's infected? Are you have something against obese people?
So it's
What
just
is your
growing, right?
problem
The
to all of this?
situation is
It
just
can turn into
escalating.
a heated situation. And this person was very uppity, would drive up in their Beamer. And, it's like, what are you saying? And the person that she was complaining about, okay, I'm going to say it, she was complaining about, was a person of color. So it's like, okay, let's push this bar a little bit further, shall we? And I'm a person of color. I'm Hispanic, and so what are you saying? So that's where I was going with that. It's very authoritarian situation done by public citizens.
Right.
I would go, I go to the same damn Trader Joe's I always go to. I walked into the Trader Joe's during the height of the situation, and I had my bags with me. I didn't know what was going. I knew that there was a thing, and I knew that it was a thing, but I didn't think it was that big of a thing. So I walked in with my bags, and the guy, the cashier, the same Trader Joe's I walk into right now, I shop at
the same person,
threw the bags, my bags, back at me, and said, next time he says, next time you don't bring your own bags. We pack it into one of our own bags. He threw them at me.
And
I'm a fucking customer of Trader Joe's.
Does this person still work there though?
I have no idea.
Okay.
But I'm talking, it's the same fucking store that I go to. And he threw them at me as though, how dare you bring in your soiled, tainted bags into the store. I mean, and they were Trader Joe's bags. This tiny little woman just standing there like, okay.
All right, sorry.
I know my wife very much appreciates curbside. You know what, everybody, I work at Target.
Mm-hmm.
I don't have a problem with all that stuff. I think it's great. You know what I mean? We'll pull the
Well,
order
it's brought a lot of work. So unfortunately, you know what? It's funny. It's like yes and no. So the people that work inside the store, their hours got cut. Well, the people that do fulfillment and pack the bags, that area went up.
It did go up. Yeah.
Right? That's what happened. It went up. It went like this. And but then now listen to this.
I work part-time.
So here it goes. Here comes the sales talk. So I've been in sales for years. And when people don't have something, consumers, when they don't have something, well, where's that person? I used to go there. There used to be service here. Is that my phone?
My phone. I'm sorry.
Okay. That's okay. So people would say, okay, they love going up to the drive and pop the car and this and that, and the groceries go in. Okay, now let's change the diameter of everything. Where's the customers? They used to be customer service all the time. There would be people take my bags for me. People would put things in my bag. I didn't have to do this. Okay, so what do you want? Just because they've cut back on the service.
Mm-hmm.
It's like people need things in the store when they need it. when they don't have it. And I realize that because I have to hear it all the time. And I do like going in the store, and I'll tell you why. On clothes, matching up makeup color, things like that. Because when you order things for myself, I'm 4'11". If I order anything online, they're either too long, too big, too tight.
Yeah.
They don't work. Do you know how much returns the store gets all the time?
I do. I know, it's crazy. Because they want to play fashion show. They order a small, a medium, and a large
Yes.
to see how everything fits. And then they try on the small, the medium, and a large, and they return every single one of them.
I don't get it. And the sad thing about it is they get upset because the color's wrong. And I'm like, well, how are you going to match your color online? And then the sad thing is, you don't carry Chanel? Yeah, we don't have it in this store because we are not a big population store. So now it's a big disaster. So it's really hard to give customer service. I like the customer service. I like the one-on-one. When you can't give that service, I feel bad for them too. Believe me, it's like, it's good and bad. There's good and bad in it. And Megan's, my daughter loves going to the store, going up the curb, taking things home. But guess what? She works in the store. And if more people don't come into the store, her hours are going to get cut. You know what I mean? So we do it to ourselves.
I also think that Amazon changed a lot of that too.
That's how it happened.
Yeah, because Amazon didn't shut down. And there were people that were spraying their stuff when they would go to the store and come back home. They would be like, I have to spray my Cheetos bags and all that stuff down.
Yeah.
But what about the mail? I mean,
well, listen to this.
It still gets delivered to your door.
Exactly. And I see my point. I'm both ways. I'm a customer and a sales associate. So I'm both, you know what I mean? I'm a customer when I go to Kohl's and Walmart and other stores. So I want to be treated right. And then at the same time, I'm a person that helps customers. And I always tell them, I like to treat you the way I want to be treated. That's how when I go to work, I treat my customers the way I want to be treated. Because sometimes I go out there and I don't get good customer service. And I'm just like, how do you guys keep your jobs? I mean, it's like, I don't get it, or like they go like this, they just hand you the thing and you're like, or this is another thing. Now I get it and it's okay. But when you go to the grocery store, do you want a bag? No, we're just going to take it. Okay. So they go through that and they go, okay, just because I didn't want a bag doesn't mean, well, here, you're on your own. It's like, there's just ways I just feel like there's ways how to give customer service. It's like, I'm like, okay, whatever. It's okay. But this is a good conversation because it really happens. It really happens because I get it both ways. I do. Or a lot of times they come in and that's another thing. Online, they give samples, they do this, they do that.
Yes.
But we don't have it in the store, and it's like, so it's like doing this to each other. So, well, your online says they're giving all this. You're right, but we don't have it here. So, it's a catch-22.
Yes. Like
very much so.
When you order pickup at Target, sometimes if there's a sample promo, we put the sample item in the bag, and then we give the orders to the customers.
Right.
But they don't get that at the checkout line. So you get it as we're
online.
Packing the bag. Yeah, as we're packing the bags. Yep. Mm-hmm.
It's true. So I've noticed good. I mean, I see it both ways. Yeah. But see, I like the customer service. I like the one-on-one. I enjoy talking. I'm a talker, so I can talk to anybody. I enjoy it.
But you're from a different generation. A lot of the new generations, the kids are my personal impression is the kids are there just to execute a job. And I'm the same way too. I have to admit, I don't really get into customer service. Like I'll do it out of compassion,
Yes.
but I'll also I'm that one customer who is like, I'll do the research before I go to the store and I shop based on price.
Because you're today.
Because I know, like, I'll even go in the store and just Google, like, oh, this is the Best Buy or whatever. But then there's the older retired, because I work near a very large retirement community, and they want the old Sears, Woolworth,
Montgomery Ward's,
Montgomery Ward's, Broadway type
JCPenney's,
service.
back in the
Yeah,
day,
JC
yes.
Penney. And like yesterday, a lady came in her little scooter. She's so sweet. And everybody was ignoring her. She's hoo-hoo, excuse me, hello. And I finally had to intervene because everybody was ignoring her. I said, ma'am, I walked around and I said, I can help you. What do you need? You know, and I talked to her like she's my neighbor. What do you need?
Yeah.
And she said she was looking for shoelaces for her sneakers.
Uh-huh.
So I said, okay, the shoelaces are over here, because she said she couldn't find them, even though we told her where they were.
Yeah, yeah.
And then she wanted me to go over the specs on the shoelaces. And I said, ma'am, these are the two shoelaces we have. We have a size 42 and a 53 or 54, whatever it is.
Well, how long is?
Yeah. And I said, you can get a round one or you can get a flat shoelace. Okay. I go, but these are the store. These are, he says, I have no doubt many stores the same here. Same old, same. Yep. LOL. So I said, what? She was like, well, I don't know what size. And I said, if you turn the package around, it tells you what size, the length and the size. She's like, well, that's not long enough. I'm reading it to her.
Right.
Okay. This is the next size up. It's an 8 to a 9. Oh, well, I guess I need to go and figure out yeah, I can't do it for you. And
But
you're
see,
not wearing your sneakers here.
But see, that's what they're used to. They're used to, going in and there's a sample there. They can look at the sample and then, get an idea. But guess what happens when you have samples? They get taken. Mm-hmm. Now you don't have any, everything's locked up. The other thing that this happened yesterday. A gentleman walks in and I was doing something. I was counting change and stuff. Cindy, do you know where's Makeup Macy's has a furniture store? I'm like, well, not here. And the poor old man was just devastated. He's like,
because it used to be all up on the 4th floor.
But they're thinking of the day when they sold TV sets and mattresses and furniture. I says, we do, but not at this store. I go, you can try Santa Barbara. I go, I think they do. We don't even know, to be honest with you. We don't even know if Santa Barbara has it. Because you know why? We used to have booklets at each station back in the day of all the stores. And it would tell you what departments they had. It would say, it would be like Brea, Costa Mesa, blah, 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 furniture. We don't even have a booklet of the other stores. We don't even call other stores. We don't transfer. All that's gone. And this is the point. They'll say, well, can you call the store?
Oh my God. I know.
We don't have that anymore. We don't have those phones that go, we used to do that. I would call another store and say, I have a customer here. This is Cindy from Brea Mall, or Cynthia at the time. I would say they're looking for a China or Noritake or whatever. And they go, yeah, we'll hold it. There's nothing like that anymore. It
doesn't happen.
It doesn't happen. So he goes, can you call the other store? I said, sir, we don't even have a booklet of it's like we have to go on our cell phones and do it ourselves. And we've got people, it's not, I hate to say it. It's just not like that anymore. So we told them that, I mean, I felt bad because they're still from the time of the 60s, the 50s, the 70s.
Where a demonstration would be done right in front of you.
Exactly.
I still remember all that.
Yes, they come in for TV sets. They have come in for washers and dryers. They've come in for mattresses. They do have a little bit of mattress upstairs. They've come in for
Slips,
lamps, and I mean, I get it. We don't have it. Now they did try to bring in furniture. Didn't make it.
Nobody's going to buy it. They go to Living Spaces instead.
But the ones that still want to go, we don't have anything for them.
Mm-hmm.
IKEA came out, and guess where everybody goes to? IKEA. It's like Living Spaces, IKEA. So it really made it hard for the furniture business, and a lot of department stores don't have it anymore.
Or you could buy it on Amazon,
and you can buy it on Amazon.
Will deliver the darn thing to, and they'll deliver those mattresses that are tightly wrapped.
Yes.
And then you just tear open it, and the mattress will just unfold right on top of your thing. All that service, is
now
gone.
Got another thing to talk about. Now that we're talking about this, so Megan and David are online, Amazon. They buy everything online. But guess what? When you buy it online, they don't pick up the old one. So where does it go?
Where does it go? You have
in the garage.
No, you call your trash company. They'll come and pick up large
I know that,
volume sizes.
But they have to pay for that. But when you go, no,
your city pays. Our city doesn't. They pick it up for free.
Not our city. We have to call the guy that come picks them up. So that's
check online.
So I said, no more. Don't buy mattress. Don't buy a dresser, because we just spent like, was it March? $300 for the guy to come and pick up an old dresser, 2 mattresses, an old mower. You were in my garage.
That's a lot of money. I mean, you should, if you pay for refuse, there should be a large pickup minimum of, I think it's once a season, four large pickups, and they do it for free.
I'll find out, but
okay.
Believe me, I'll check. Okay. Then what else? Okay. So I go to work, and all the Christmas sets are up. So of course I'm like, when did all the sets go up? I'm short, so all the sets are like above the displays and everything. They're like, oh, like last week. So when people come up, I always tell them, now, these sets go during the holidays. Every year I say this. I said, if you see something you really like,
grab it.
This is the time to grab it, because I go, when you come in December, you're going to remember where that box was at, what was in that box. And I'm going to say, it's not here anymore.
It's not here. It's for limited time only. We're not going to, we're not going to refill that space.
Right. So this is what I get. Oh, you have quite a bit there. I go, okay. All right. Every year I get. So all the sets are ready. All the Christmas sets. If you guys, anybody out there that have a Macy's near you, go check out Macy's and get your fragrances, because they're out there. They are out there.
And I want to share with everybody that you have to compete not only with other customers coming in the stores, but people ordering online.
Yeah, they take up from us. They pull it. Right.
Yes, because online, the way they do it, it's a nationwide pull. So if one store doesn't have it, it's going to automatically go to the next store. If that store doesn't have it, it's going to get bounced to another store until the order is filled.
Right.
In addition to that, if it's a hot item, the resellers are people who buy volume online, because they get free shipping with a lot of these companies. Like, I'm sure Macy's offers free shipping. These resellers will sell a product that they see, let's say at Macy's, and they see it's moving really big. So they'll put that product up on their resale page and sell it. and then they'll order it. It'll either get shipped to them or they'll have it shipped to their customers. So you're competing with two markets. You're competing against Macy's itself, who is doing their own in-house mass shipping. And you're also dealing with resellers who'll buy 5, 10 of those pieces at a time.
So just for an example, we had the Pretty Beautiful limited edition. I think it's
Limited
a white
edition.
Valentino. Okay. Now, I was there on Sunday. A customer came in and they get a pretty white bag. So we saw them that morning. We saw them the day before. They were in the drawer.
Yeah.
We had 4 of them. So the customer comes in and the other associate goes to the back and he goes, Cindy, it says we got 4. Then the girl across says, the fulfillment lady came here and she got all 4 of them. And it doesn't show a minus until she puts it in.
Boom. Right.
Right. So she takes 4 of them. Now we don't have any for the person that's going to come into the store because it's going to a shipper. She's going to send it out. And he goes, oh no. And I go, and the lady goes, well, it says you have 4. I go, we do, but she's already taken them. They're not here. They're gone. They're upstairs. And once she enters it, now it's going to be gone. It's going to be,
Okay.
So,
I tell that to customers too. They'll say, but it says you have it here, but you don't know if it's in somebody's cart. You don't know if somebody pulled it off and they're walking around the store. You don't know if it's
not a tester yet. It's not damaged yet.
Just because it says we have it doesn't mean somebody hasn't already grabbed it and put it in their cart, or maybe somebody grabbed it and hid it
and it's for a later day.
Right. I see people hiding stuff all the time.
Yeah, you'll see like something is being hid for whatever reason, and you're like, what is that doing behind there?
I find it behind pillows.
Yeah.
They hide it in the pillows because you could stuff things.
Because they may come back that night or the next day
or they're waiting to reason. Like, okay, I want this. I only see there's 2 on the display. I want to make sure I get it. So I'm going to grab it. I'm going to hide it behind the pillows.
Yes.
And I know where it is. So when I get paid, I'm going to come back, grab it, and buy it.
Like we had a customer that came in. He goes, well, I can't believe you guys don't have trackers on them. I'm like, what?
We do have trackers
that
on.
That would be a good idea.
Clothes. But certain things have trackers on them. You can scan and try to find them.
Ours don't have trackers. Ours just have the schematic that's in case you walk out the door with them. But
okay,
no, at least you guys trackers. We don't. We're not that advanced.
Yeah, you have to scan for the item, but not all DPCIs are scannable. Clothes are, and some clothes are not. I've experienced. I'm like, wait a minute, I should be able to scan this item. And no, that for some reason it's not scannable, but that happens all the time.
Right. And see, we work in a smaller Macy's. So I get customers come in. Oh my God, especially at Christmas time. It said that you had it. I go, we do carry it, but it's in Costa Mesa. It's in New York. And they're mad because they came to get that gift. And I'm like, I am so sorry. So of course I try to go on there to find it. You know what I mean? I'm like, okay, I found it. But it's coming from New York and it depends on the weather and it's during the week and so this is what I say. So I can order it and Christmas is like in 5 days. I mean, like we're talking about, so either you order it and give an IOU.
Should order that one.
Or because I'm trying to help them. I go through this every year. That's why I'm telling you about it. Okay, so these are the areas where it's coming from. New York, Chicago, Illinois. I mean, and they're all like snowing, thunderstorm, Minneapolis. And I said, okay. And they go by when they pick it. They pick it, package it, and send it.
Mm-hmm.
That's why it gives you 2 weeks. 2 weeks and working days. Okay, but Christmas is next week. letting you know that I can order it.
What do you want me to do?
Right. And I go, and the clock is ticking. Okay. The clock is ticking here. So every minute you can see it 3, you can see it 4. I go, give an IOU card. Okay. All right. I'm like, so I say, am I going to see you next year, like in October or November? They're like, yeah. I go, be here early. All right.
Yeah.
And every year it happens, and then the ones that happen, they're there to see me. They'll start coming in like the next 2 weeks because they don't want to do that again. And then
We
you'll
do
have
it all the time.
Oh,
Yep.
or
Back
they'll
to
have
school. Back to school. Last minute sales.
Yeah. They're not
Last
here.
minute. We start putting everything up 2 months prior. Halloween. And then they come in, they're like, is this on sale? It's like, no, it's not on sale yet. Oh my God, I thought it'd be on sale by now. It's like, just buy it. It's just
Exactly. And then this is another true thing. Everybody go get Cindy. I'm like, why is I'm always Cindy? Why everybody come gets me? Megan, go
they
get
do
my
it to
mom.
me too. Yep.
Right. So
they don't want to deal with it.
Okay. I must have patience. So I said, what's up? That customer.
What's up? What happened? What's up?
Right. So what's up? That person needs help. Well,
what do they need?
They go, well, we'll tell you why. And I'm like, so I said, what's wrong? Well, he has this much money, or she's got this much money. I go, well, how much do you have? And they count it out. And you want me to figure out to get how many gifts? And Mom, can you help them? You don't really worry about all the sales and stuff. I go, so I'm the one that goes around. I'm like, I do like to make money, but okay. And of course, I get the 10 service and everything, but I'll get them, and they have this much to deal with, and they've got this many people, and believe me, some way, somehow, and that's not the end of it. I also wrap it. You know what I mean? It's like, it's.
At Target, we don't do that.
Go get my mom.
But it's amazing how the kids clam up. They don't know how to listen to somebody. They get like the young ones. They're like, and I see it. I go, what do you need? What happened? I'll take it.
You can see that.
Yeah.
face.
And they'll ask a question, especially if it's in like kitchen.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm looking for, the guy will say, he doesn't know how to explain it. I'll go, oh, so you want ice trays. That's what you're looking for is ice trays. Okay. Ice trays is in Home Essentials. It's right up there against the wall. You can get the ice trays up against but the kids don't, when they're 17 years old or 16, they haven't been on the planet this long.
Right.
They don't know what ice trays are. They're dealing with ice makers. And they're like, oh, ice tray.
And then I also do this. So let's say they're the items that we don't have. I go to the greeting card section and go get a bunch of cards, but I don't go to the expensive one. I go upstairs or backstage is like TJ Maxx, and I try to get as much as I can. I come downstairs and say, look, get this little item. It's not that it's inexpensive. Just put it in there and say that it's on its way. Okay, Cindy, thank you. And I'm like, and every year I get them. I must get I probably get like 5 that will come up, and they'll come like the last week. And it's like because I guess they know that I will help them and I would get them through it.
Yeah, but that's a stretch.
It is a stretch.
That's for me. That's like,
well,
nowadays
I work on the floor.
Advantage.
Yeah.
Nowadays you're being thoughtfully lazy by saying, oh, I'm not going to do anything because Cindy's going to do all the heavy lifting for me. That's not how life works anymore. It doesn't work that way.
But I can figure it out.
Just like this guy came in one time, an older gentleman, nothing wrong with that, but he's asking a young kid about air fryers. You're not going to ask a young teenager about an air fryer.
Right.
And so
did you hear what you just said? I mean, interrupt. an older person. Those are the ones that I get that goes to this every year. So I already know.
Yeah, so the young kids just like, he's going to point you to the air fryers, but he's not going to help you with the air fryers.
But they're like that in everywhere. They don't help. They're just like over there and they walk away. They don't even look into it. You're like, really? They do it to me. You know, when I go ask something, I'm like, isn't there something else you need to talk to me about here? Even at Lowe's, I'll go to Lowe's. Do I look like someone that knows about wood? And they show you where it's at, and you're like, where did they go? They were just here.
That's their job. They were told, you asked a question, they answered it. That's it. You don't, nothing else. They're not an expert on it. So the poor guy was like, I want to get an air fryer. And I'm like, questions. How much space do you have on your counter? You want one that doesn't take too much space. You have a small counter.
You're asking.
You know what I mean? And then I'm asking because some people don't know how to explain themselves.
Right.
Okay. So you want something that's inexpensive. You want something with more features. This one's heavy. This one's lighter. What is it that, so you choose what you want. Well, which one do you have? Well, I got the bougie one because I like to cook. So I got the $365 one.
Have you seen
that's my baby.
Have you seen my oven my dryer? It's a big old bougie one.
If you want an air fryer in it, and you're in my, I'm a Cuisinart lady, so I'm gonna put a Cuisinart in my kitchen because that's my thing. Okay, but I cook, so I told the guy, I'm like, I like to cook. I have a channel on YouTube. I have my air fryer. You just have a little apartment, and you just want.
You don't need that.
You probably won't even use it.
Exactly. You know? You just want to cook some French fries in there and make a cheeseburger. I don't know. Put a pizza there.
Yeah, and
frozen
food, pizza or something. Okay.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, you ask the right questions. So, and then people ask me that stuff, especially men. They're like, they don't care. Sub Jitsi, Killing It, Grill It. All right. So Killing It, Grill It is here tonight.
Okay. But it happens to me too, because I'll turn around and I'm not really, a lot of things I'm not good at. And I'm like, where'd they go? Like, and my daughter does that to me. Okay, here, Mom.
Figure it out.
It's like, geez, and I am learning. Believe me, I'm learning a lot. But it just cracks me up. That's why I probably don't leave people, because I don't like happening it to me.
Some of the kids they're so cute because they're like, are you setting me up? Because the people ask questions that they've never thought anybody would ever ask. It's like,
well,
can you open the box
yesterday?
No.
He came in out of the blue. I don't even know what they're talking about. He's talking to somebody else. Cindy, do we have any? Cindy, I thought they were talking about sprays. And I'm like going, what do you mean like spray? Oh, I get a lot of people ask for, do you remember when people used to pour in the fragrance spray and women had the big long thing and they would spray?
They would, yeah.
Right. I get every Mother's Day, Valentine's Day, and Christmas. Do you have like the fragrance spray? And I know what they're talking about, right? So everybody else is showing them the fragrance spray. I go, that's not what he's talking about. He's talking about it's an empty bottle with like a rope, and they squeeze, and the man goes, exactly. My wife wants one of those. I'm like, go to Amazon. You're never gonna find it here.
I had a woman tell me she didn't have a computer. I looked at her like, are you serious?
Let me open up the door for the dog. And what's Facebook? I don't know what Facebook. There, people don't even know what YouTube is. Let me get the door open for the dog.
All the time. I like, you don't even tell you don't have I don't have a computer? How you not have a computer? I'm sorry. I mean, come on. The computers were out when they were at least 60 years old. Okay. And I deal with the elderly all the time. I love them, but I feel bad sometimes because I feel like what's the word? I'm abandoning them because they lived in an era where a department store was an absolute full service experience. And now they live in an era where it's a grab and go. And you can't, like, it's just a grab and go. It's
Yeah.
grab your
Yeah.
stuff, go to the cash register, and go. And it's really hard. And I know that based on what some of them ask me, that they don't do a lot of shopping anymore.
Mhm.
They're either wheelchair bound or they rely on specific days, or maybe
And they're not
even a
giving
couple
them
months go by before they go to the store.
right. And they're not there to that's why I was talking about customer service, that they're not there anymore, and it's really sad because some people really do need that. They need that extra service.
It's a
And
volume business now.
yeah.
We had
Yeah.
an elderly woman in her wheelchair come in, and she's so sweet. She's a very nice lady, and she has a roommate, and a roommate is also an elderly woman.
Mm-hmm.
And she needed to pick out a pair of sweatpants for her roommate. So she gives us a picture of her roommate,
Oh.
and she's like, "Can you help me find her a pair of sweatpants?" It was easy to do, but it wasn't easy to do because she didn't know how to navigate through the aisles on her own.
Right.
So we had to have somebody help her navigate through the aisle. I felt so bad because
I know.
not only were we not able to help her, she had to sit there and wait. You know how you go to a casino,
Mhm.
you stop at a parking lot and the bus picks you up and then it takes you to the casino. So imagine a group bus picking you up and taking you to the Target.
Okay.
And you go and you rummage through the Target and you try to get what you need. And now you have to sit there and you have to wait for the group bus to come and pick you up to take you back home. So she had to sit there and wait outside for that particular service bus to come and pick her up, which may have been an hour,
Right.
an hour and a half,
Right.
2 hours, who knows? But I felt so bad because she was sitting there by herself.
Right. Right.
Because she didn't have anybody to help her.
And you see that a lot.
Yeah, it's hard. It's hard to look at. It's hard to see. It's hard to witness. And there's nothing you can do about it.
I know. And, when I see that, I get so upset. And, like Megan would say, Mom, don't worry about it. I go, but you know what? That could be me in 20, 30 years. And time is getting more advanced. And I think about it what happens if it happens to me?
I know. I think about that now too. How many years I've been around? Yeah, 6 decades.
And you figure how much new technology and new things just from 5 years ago. Okay. Then we talk about 10 years ago. Back in the 80s and 90s and early 2000, who thought that everybody would be putting things, going to a Tesla place and putting on charging up cars on the battery? Whoever thought that would be happening? Nobody, So that's what I say. Every year, every day, every month, technology is going more and more and more. And we're going to eventually be in our 90s or 80s. If I live that long,
Most
but I'm
likely,
just saying,
yeah.
It could be me. That's why I feel bad, because I do feel bad when I see things like that, because right now it's not us right now. But what happens when I would love to see what the future will bring us, but how far the future is going to be.
Yeah. Yeah, but I know, and I mentioned this in a video not too long ago about being what is considered old. Like, okay, I'm 60. I don't freaking feel it. Like, I don't think, or live like what old school a 60-year-old would look like and live like. You know what I mean?
Well,
back in the day, 60-year-old.
If you look, okay, I don't know what channel, it's on YouTube. And I don't know why, but they've been popping up. They show old videos of the 1900s, and now they put it in color.
Mm-hmm.
And then they put like sounds, like you can hear the horses going by. They're actually real people in Chicago, New York, Paris, Coney Island, of the people of the past. and they put color in them and you're listening.
Yeah.
So they add the sounds of the horses going by. There's these people at the beach with long dresses, big the hats. I don't know how these women wore these hats in those back in the days, up to here,
Uh-huh.
walking along, sitting at the beach. People, you know how people go to the beach nowadays? Bathing suits, shorts, sundresses. People on a Sunday and Saturday afternoon, these people were full on decked out. The kids are next to their parents. They're like walking down Coney Island. They're going over there and you see them walking. And there's this, you see these cars, right? You see these old cars, you know, it shows them. They're like all over the place. They're like passing each other up. Here comes a horse. Here comes a horse. The car goes in front of the horse. They had no way of one car goes that way, the other cars go this way.
They be walking just across the street everywhere.
Oh, you should stop. People are running across the street. Here comes a horse. Here comes the trolley. Here comes a car. I'm like, no worries in the world. I mean, I'm like watching this on YouTube, some channel, and they show everything, and it tells you 1918 New York, and it shows you New York today, exact same place. And they're real people. Somebody had a movie and they were filming, and you see these people in the neighborhood. You know, you see the horses there, you know, the buggies. You know, some got a buggy because they can't afford a car. Some got a car. Okay.
Well, that's how this house was built too.
That's right, right? Okay.
The garage was built to fit either a Model T or a horse and buggy
and a horse, right?
Mm-hmm.
So they're walking, and everything's all over the place. They got the trolley going down, they got the buggy coming, they got the car in front of the buggy, got someone walking. I mean, we're talking about in minutes, seconds. I'm shocked. People were not afraid of anything in those days. Nothing. And they didn't have all the things they do nowadays. Was that check? Oh, you have to check out. So I'm watching this. So there's this car. There's these hats. These hats are like this big. I mean, like, I'm like, I'm not kidding. It'd probably be touching that. The hat is these women. The hat's like this with a big thing on top and round. I mean, the hat's huge, right? So here comes, you see this man driving his car, and they got no, you know, remember, there's nothing on top. There's not a roof. This just the car, right? You know, and you can hear like beep, beep. Oh, they got the bicycles too. People are going with the bicycle. Ding, 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 ding. That's like they're letting you know. They got LA. They show Hollywood and all that. Okay. There's this little girl. I love it. I have to watch it every night because it cracks me up. So she's with her family, you know, the big old T car, Model 4T. She's like this. She must be hot. You know what I mean? She's sitting there with this white outfit, this lace outfit, this little girl, right? Her mom's in the back with this big hat, you know. Her dad's got the suit. They got the person driving the car. She's sitting there.
Like Megan.
Yeah. Well, they must have, somebody was filming, and I don't know how these people got these old films and what they did. We're talking about technology, and they turned these films with color in it. It's so cool looking because it's more realistic. I love it. I love watching it because the buildings are still there. Those streets are still there. That tree is probably still there.
It's all junk now. LA's a shithole. It was beautiful back then. Now it's a freaking shithole.
You should see LA. We show the LA 1930s and 40s. Oh my God. So you see these dad's days, mom's days, yellow car, an orange car, a green car. Oh my God. Looks like bright colors of cars.
I feel bad for LA, man. It's so bad. It smells, Cynthia. You can't go downtown LA. It smells. It smells. Lance and I went driving. We had to go to an event in LA. We
Hold-
drove in.
Okay, hold on. Someone's writing. Did you read Belt Loop? Let me just read what he said, because he said something. Because I know I checked out your channel and see your videos do well. Your live streams tends to be attended by a few loyal viewers, I would think. You know, Lisa and I, we do live. This is a very good thing. Okay, so I do a lot of videos, and I do a lot of beauty, skincare, makeup, a little bit of lifestyle, a little bit of vlog. Now there's Lisa. Does retirement, a little bit of cooking, a little about everyday life. I don't know. What else do you do?
That's pretty much it.
Okay. And she also does podcasts. So when we come here on live, we kind of, and I realize you get it, you understand. We kind of come here and have fun. You know what I'm saying? Because when she does her podcast, it's about shirts and t-shirts and candles and I don't know, multi-level marketing, digital. Okay. And then mine's about beauty and this and that. And then when we come here, we talk about everyday life. And I think that's what we are. And to me it's fun, and I really like having fun. And to me, I want our life to be like sitting at the table, and I think I've said this before, having a cup of coffee and just and just talk and not be on one subject.
100%. I just
Lisa
subbed to
sounds
Belt
more
Loop.
like my channel. Yeah, and it's fun. And I'm, since I have other channels when I want to focus on the topic, yes. So it makes it fun, because when I talk about my topic, it's about my topic, this and that. Let's have fun, and we can still do both.
But
as
Belt
people
Loop,
comment.
there's something much more deeper going on here, just so that you know.
Oh,
Cindy used to vlog with her husband, Greg, on her
yeah,
channel.
go ahead.
Cindy Lifestyle and More. Well, Greg passed away in June of this year. So Cindy obviously had a very difficult time going through the situation with Greg's passing. And since then, we've been coming on live. There's times when we talk about Greg, and there's times when we just talk about life in life. That's why we started the podcast. It's about laughs, losses, and just good times. So, but yeah, it makes sense. It makes for a fluid live stream. And yeah, so we're family. She's my older sister. She lost her husband. And we're a family of YouTubers, basically, at the end of the day. So Belt Loop says, sorry for your loss.
Yeah.
They were together for 35 years.
Yeah. And I try not to be like on the downhill. I want people to come on. I want them to know who Greg was, because I still have his live streams up, and we were doing blogging. So that's not going away, but I don't want to be a downer. You know what I'm saying? I still want to have when people come here, I want them to be happy, not be like, God, that girl's always like down. I'm trying, that's my personal life in a few ways. But so thank you. I really appreciate it. But I mean, it's what was I talking about? Duh. Just lost it.
Yeah. And then we also established good friends here, community, like SUV comes in from time to time.
Yes.
Peyton's usually around.
Yes.
And this is mostly Cindy's community. My community, I usually, if you look at the video, like who's here, Lisa's always 0.
You're not 0.
My live viewers are always 0. Cindy will have 2 on, and she'll have other members come in on Facebook. And then I live stream with my husband. We'll do gardening, outdoor stuff, and maybe go to downtown Disneyland, do something. Mm-hmm. And then I'll go with, like tomorrow, Lauren and I will go live, talk about AI. And then on Friday, I do a podcast of midlifers going digital and how they've
Right.
taken their life and
To
done
another direction.
change their lives in other directions, semi-retirement, if not that, other things, but
Mhm.
how midlifers have coped through the change in life and then gone digital. So yeah, it's
So
a good
now,
time.
so now that that's another subject. Because like I said, I talk to everybody. I go in the lunchroom and, I'm yakety, yakety, yakety all the time. So a lot of people, as they get older, back in the days, people used to retire at 55, 57, and they retired. Okay. And if they decided they wanted to get a part-time job, they would get a part-time job. Almost everybody that I know that has turned at a certain age, retire, they end up going back to work because everything has changed, because they need, well, when I'm on Medicare now, but they take $200 out of my Medicare. So yeah, am I retired? Yes, but you're really not, because they're always taking money out of your money.
And you're fortunate to have a 401k
I have
and
a
an IRA,
401k. Yes.
which you transferred over to an IRA.
Yes.
Lisa has nothing.
Well, you do have a 401k with Target. You just don't have it right now.
No, I don't have a four. I just started at Target. What's
But
my 4 at Target?
Well, okay, let me be honest with you. My 401k I have at Macy's is not a whole lot, but it's a 401k.
It's a
At least there's
whole lot
something in there.
more. Like, we're talking about maybe it'll just pay the rent or, luckily, Lance and I have this house,
Yeah.
Albeit a small house. But to be honest with you, the purpose of me building what I have right now is to add a little bit of extra income
Yeah.
to my life, so that someday, 5 years, 10 years from now, I'll be able to pay the mortgage without
Mhm.
having to worry. And I'll be able to, like I have Amazon influence and I have TikTok shop that I do every now and then, not full time. I don't want to do that full time, but there's options out there. And the most important thing is to stay relevant. You want to always be relevant, right?
Right.
So here he says, we have a pension here where I work. I've been shoving money into my retirement. You know what? God bless you. And I hope you've never had to experience what I experienced.
Well,
Divorce,
okay.
loss,
Loss.
etc.
Exactly. So the problem today is pension is now 401k. That's
Yes.
basically what it is. Back in the day, it was pension. And I'm talking about when dad worked, when mom worked. But I noticed as the years started going on, it's 401k, 401k, 401k. Yeah. So I do keep that because I want it there for Megan. If something ever happens to me, I don't know. You know what I'm saying? There's something, this house, I'm doing everything for my daughter. So she has something, to rely on. Yeah. So I'm 65 right now, and I'll be honest, I work maybe 2 days a week, and I'm going to work a lot at Christmas because I want to make as much as I can. Go ahead.
I want to say, though, Greg encouraged you to work and take Social Security early.
My husband did, not knowing what was going to happen. Now, I always had a career. I had a career since I was 18 years old. I always had a drive of a career. And honestly, I'll be honest with you, sales gave me a wonderful career in what I've done. I sold, most people think selling retail it used to be called a dead end, but that's not what it did for me. I turned dead end into a positive because I wanted to learn.
Yeah. And turn it into a career.
I did.
Yeah.
And then I found out, I learned as much as I could. I worked in the China department. I worked in fashion. I never sold shoes and didn't sell jewelry. And then I got in cosmetics. But what happened was, what I did, I started thinking, okay, where do you make most money? I didn't want to sell cars. And I wanted to get out. Cars, not me. I'm just not the car person. I like cars, but I'm not the person, this is going to do that, and then window's going to go up. But that's not me. So I wanted something outside. I wanted to see the sunshine. I wanted to have Saturdays off. I wanted to have my Sundays off. and I wanted, but still be in sales. And I happened to talk to somebody. This is weird. So I got a job selling coffee and to lawyers, doctors' offices, companies, and all that. And then I found out, this is before coffee was the big thing in here. Starbucks was in Washington and Oregon and all that area. But someone said, I said, I go, I don't want to do this. I go, I like the outside, but coffee wasn't my thing. And somebody in that department said, oh, my friend just got a job selling hair care products. Maybe you should think of something like that. And that's how the door opened. And I felt that the sales got me where I got. And since I've done all that, I can always go back in sales and retail.
Yeah, you can.
Cosmetics. So I feel like it really gave me something in a positive way.
Belt Loop's talking about semi-retirement. I mean, about Social Security. And I say, if you want to go,
5Gs.
Hi, 5Gs. If you want to go into Social Security and Cindy retiring early and husband and wives.
So
my husband was in prison for 27 years.
Mm-hmm.
And when he came home, he didn't have all the points racked up for a Social Security, to collect Social Security.
Because he didn't have anything. I mean, he wasn't working.
Yeah. And so there's a deeper conversation about, what we're going to do when we collect. So
Greg told me a year ago that he wanted me. Greg liked working. He was a valet driver. So he felt like he was still outside. He was still talking to people because he was in sales too. So he felt like he had that connection. But he said to me, why don't you retire early and enjoy life and still work part-time at Macy's? And that's what he said, not knowing that the inevitable, what was going to happen. That
he was going to pass. Yeah,
but I'm hanging in there. Anyways, so that's so I went to work. Everything's positive right now. We're talking about positive, and I've been watching these movies of these people. And you know what interests me about these people? They didn't have a lot.
Yeah.
Riding a bike, walking to work, taking the trolley. Some had cars, riding a carriage.
Okay. When that was created, those videos, they didn't have Social Security. They didn't have a retirement fund. Kids were exploited in the workplace.
Yes, they were.
They didn't have worker laws.
Showing little boys doing the shoes. You see it. You see it all.
Now, speaking of that, our dad was born in 1930. And there is and I hope you still have it. I don't know if you still do. Dad's shoe shine box.
I gotta go see downstairs.
He made for himself. And you could see his fingerprint. He had first 5 cents. And then you can see that he X'd it out and he changed it to 10
No,
cents.
but there's only one thing. I don't know if Greg gave that to the guy. Now that I think about it.
I don't know. I don't know what to say. I shined shoe when I was a kid, but not for long, but I wanted a little spending money. Dad's purpose of shining shoes was literally to support not the entire family, but everybody had to pitch it.
Okay. That's how it was. The kids in those days in the 1800s, 1900s, 1920s, and 1930s, some of them did not go to school. Some of them went to work. Dad says a lot of kids went to work and didn't even graduate.
Yeah.
There's a story on All in the Family.
Yeah.
Because Archie Bunker, the Play It On Family, was from the 40s and 30s. And he was in high school and he had to quit school to go to work to support his family. So it was about his life then. It really did happen.
Well, here's the deal. If you don't have the shoe shine box, you don't have the shoe shine box.
No, but I just thought about it. I don't know if Greg gave. I'm going to go downstairs because we still have Dad's.
Don't feel bad if you don't have it.
No, I'm going to go look. I have Dad's golf. It's downstairs. And then we gave you a bunch of stuff.
I don't know. I gave you all of Dad's stuff.
No, but remember you took a bunch of bags? I don't know if Greg put the shoe thing, the shoe shine thing inside those bags. That's what I'm saying. I don't know. I got to go downstairs and
I
go
left
look.
everything with you. But don't worry. I mean, don't worry about it right now. Figure it out later.
Yeah. I'm like, oh my God. Because I was like, get this stuff out of here. It's got percolated.
That's not good. That's a piece of like family history. But that's your Okay. Another thing is I'm not really connected with my dad. My dad passed away. Well, Dad passed away a long time ago. And Cindy's really like, she comes to Riverside Cemetery to visit with him.
I respect. I
She
mean,
does the nice things. And I'm like, I don't do any of
not
it.
that he was great to me.
Yeah.
It's just, I just feel like, you know what? I'm going to end up not being here one of these days. And this is how I see things. If someone says, I don't go to the grave, I don't go to the cemetery, that means they're not going to come see me. So I don't want to be that way.
And I'm different.
You don't like going to the cemetery. Megan doesn't either.
I'm all about, you know what? If you want to give somebody a great send off, just honor them in like, just hang out,
Yeah.
do a memorial, have a barbecue, but don't memorialize the things and don't memorialize a plot. If you want to memorialize that person on
celebration of life.
Yeah.
I couldn't.
That's it.
But see, Greg didn't even want that. When Greg and we were talking probably about 3 years ago, we talked about things here and there when we went to other people's celebration of life. And Greg said, don't do that. I go, why? He goes, you know what? I'm gone. I'm not here anymore. And he goes, I want people to remember who I am. He really felt that way. And he just really didn't want to do it. And so I basically honored what he wanted.
Yeah, it's important to give them what.
Well, he didn't even want to go to funerals. He was like, I go, but it was your friend. You should go. He goes,
I don't like funerals either.
So that's when he said, why? You know what I mean? Now he was very nice. He took me to go take flowers to Dad. He felt like, because it was important to me. So he did that. But he said, he didn't want it. So, yeah.
My attitude is this. And this is what bothered me. When Dad passed away and we had a funeral for Dad, there were people who were at the funeral who didn't see Dad for
years.
Yeah. It's like, oh,
but Greg was talking about.
Now you're showing up, and I put out a placement on social media saying, if I'm gone and you haven't spoken to me or talked to me for whatever reason in like 10 plus years or whatever, just don't come to my funeral.
Well, okay.
Don't. So Mom, there's no point.
You know the guest book at Dad's funeral? Let me give you and Greg was there because he remembers that. Mom goes, such and such was here. And Greg goes, well, you weren't here. That's what Greg said. Well, you weren't here, Sarah. It had their name on there, but they did it before Mom. Like they went at 1:00. Remember, you had a viewing.
Yeah, I know. They had like I didn't, but she had a book available. Yeah.
Yeah, but Mom felt bad that they weren't even there when she was there. You know what I mean? And that's what Greg says. Nope. That's what Greg 100%. Said. That's what Greg said. So I just honored.
Just abandoned because Dad had a drinking problem, so nobody wanted to be around the drinking.
But they did too.
And they had a drinking problem. You'll think that they didn't drink with him? I mean,
we know that. We were there.
So Dad had the drinking problem, but they didn't want to come around, so they don't come around. All of a sudden, Dad passes away, and next thing you know, the wife is there with the husband. Oh my God, we're so sorry. Right. It's like, I haven't seen you in like 20 years. Cindy's married now. She's got kids. I'm married. I'm over here.
That's another thing. That's what Greg says. And why, with all that soap opera, what did it bring?
Nothing. They all laughed. I mean, and they what?
Exactly.
Are you lonely? Are you bored? Is that why you're here?
Exactly. That's
know?
what Greg said. They're all gone now. And then what happens to them? They're in the same age and it's ticking, it's the time bomb's ticking.
I mean, how sad is that? And then there's dad like lying and he's got the open coffin and everything. And I'm just like,
and
they
doesn't
walk
even
up
know.
and they're like, buddy, it's like, oh.
I
Then
know.
they didn't come to the funeral. They didn't come to the service. They didn't come to the funeral. They just went to the
That's
viewing.
what Greg didn't like. That's what Greg was saying. So Greg just felt like, no. So I said, okay.
But mom, there's a lot deeper stuff. Like,
well, mom wants a funeral.
Mom wanted, okay.
Mom says she wants to be buried and wants a funeral. So I'm like, okay, I don't know. I don't know what she told you, but that's what she told me.
Okay, so mom, the problem with mom and the service is mom had all of her funeral arrangements made and paid for while she was in New Mexico.
Oh.
Mom is still alive. She's 91. And she had everything paid for. I have all the documents that will help me.
But she's going to be buried in New Mexico.
So I have to figure out the whole thing to get her from LA back to New Mexico because that's all paid for. Because the cost, everything's all picked out. So I got to get her back to New Mexico. So I have Lance and
Look at me. I can see myself in here going.
Lance and I have a plot.
Oh, God.
Trust me. We think we got this thing figured out. Okay.
Okay. Well, we'll just wait on it when it comes.
But there's nobody left in New Mexico except her friends.
Yeah.
Uncle's gone. Everybody's estranged at best. So it's going to be like, well, we're going to have to just tell her friends that where she's going. So, and then she sits there. Thank you very much. Thanks, Belt Loop. And I appreciate you being here. It's really great meeting you.
Oh, is he leaving?
He seems like we're very nice ladies. And I like to know what he's straddling 2 lives right now.
I know. Thank you.
And I don't know whose other live you're straddling, but I'd love to find out. Because,
there's the 5Gs. Did you see the 5Gs are here?
Yeah, the 5Gs are here. And you know me, I'm nosy.
I'm like, but I'm listening to you and I haven't been looking over here. And I can't see here because it's real small.
I'm just nosy.
Lisa's like all over the place.
I don't want to know who else you're looking at. Yeah, but and then mom and dad, they stayed together to the bitter end. And there's like drama. Well, not drama. It's an old story. I mean, this was in the 90s.
Well,
they were having marital problems.
Mm-hmm.
Dad decided to make his exit. However, still keep the house. Mom lived there.
And blame me for it.
Everybody else got blamed. But anyhow, then mom said this. I don't know if it's a curse.
Okay,
I'm just going to
okay,
say
Belt
it.
Loop, good.
So mom says to dad, I know, you got your other life going on and you're leaving me, but I'm going to tell you something. She said, I'm going to tell you something. You know how mom, I'm going to tell with a finger, I'm going to tell you something.
We'll let you have it.
She said, when you get sick and something happens to you, who's going to be there for you? You think it's going to be her? It's not going to be her. You're going to come here.
Right.
And I'm going to end up taking care of you.
And I'm sure she was standing there like this.
So it goes south, but let me just share. Dad got terminally ill for whatever reason.
1991, he found out he had leukemia.
And when the time came, it was getting progressively worse.
And 1997, he came back the last 2 years because he died in 99.
Yeah. So he ended up coming back to home where mom was living, and mom ended up taking care of him till the end. And I was there the last day dad passed away.
Yeah.
But mom, she took care of everything. And I mean, it was like, and that's how my attitude was when Carl decided he didn't want to be married with me anymore. I said, I'm going to tell you something. You know what I mean? I said, You know, and we got divorced. It wasn't any cheating or anything like that. But I said, regardless of what happens in life, I'm always going to be your wife. And wives stand by their family. So if
Uh-huh.
anything happens to you, I want you to know I'm probably going to be the last person you speak to when you leave.
Right.
Because, I'm going to be compassionate as dad was with mom, or mom was with dad.
Mhm.
Anyway, I don't know what's going to happen with that, but that's what happened. And, like I
Well,
said,
like
they
mom,
were they were together to the
so
bitter end.
to then, and our mom was Greg and I and Megan went to go see our mom, and my mom does this. She didn't clean his butt. I cleaned his butt. I'm the one that had to put diapers on him. I'm the one that had to take him a bath. I'm the one.
She shaved him. She took care. She washed his
Everything.
hair. She combed his hair. She made sure he was clean. She
Yes.
had to
Clean the
change
sheets.
him.
Make
She
sure
changed
that
the
he was
sheets.
bathed.
She rolled him over so he didn't get bed sores. She took care
Oh,
of.
we know. She lets us know that lady did nothing. I did this. And Greg's like, I already know, Sarah. We know. I did it. I did all of that. We know. We know.
Yes. Cindy's my oldest sister. She's a boomer. I'm a Gen X, and it just is what
Oh,
it
a
is.
simple happy life. That's a cute name. It's a cute name. Like it. Hello, welcome. Yes, we're talking about everything and you can think of right now. We talked about sales, mom,
Oh, and
dad.
mom paid for dad's funeral services. She paid for the funeral insurance. She had insurance on
Was it
dad.
Horizon?
No, she had Forethought insurance.
Oh, okay.
So when dad passed, she had limousines, and she had
Yes, she did.
transportation. She had food. She had the really beautiful casket. She had all taken care of, even though he was a veteran, because
Yeah.
we had
Well, he's
him.
buried in the veteran cemetery.
He's buried at Riverside Cemetery, Veteran
Yeah.
Cemetery. And I was like a big thing. I'm like, let him go with, all his veteran buddies, all the soldiers that hang out in the cemetery.
They all chit chat talk there in the little chairs.
Let him hang out with all his war buddies, Mom. Don't worry about
Look at
it.
my flag. My flag's on the ground. Can somebody pick it up? Can you imagine all the little ghosts are all sitting there just chit-chatting? We're all taking flowers.
And it's very methodical. I don't know if anybody's ever been to a military funeral or a cemetery.
That's very.
But you're a number.
It gave Greg tears in his eyes. I'll tell you that.
You show up and then you're just a number. And I don't mean that in a bad way.
Well, no, but when they did the guns and all that, it gave Greg, he had a tear in his eye.
So they don't do the salute for every single funeral. They do it every hour on the hour.
Yeah.
While the cemetery is open. But it's just like this mass production of service. There's so many military men passing over the years. And every day that place is busy.
Yes.
And when we went, it was like heightened. It was in 1998.
There was it's like there's another one right behind them. It's like one's going, like you could see the other one coming in. It's a busy place.
It was very busy, and it's big. I think it's the second largest in the country.
Oh, it's beautiful though.
It is pretty. Yeah. There's a lot of stuff that you can visit. But I don't visit it because of Dad and I,
Well, I hate to say this, but we were going to go that day and Greg passed away. We were going to go take flowers. I still have the flag there.
Oh, did Mom give you the flag?
No, we bought it. So Greg and I, So Greg and I went to Albertsons like about a month before, near Albertsons where we live. And they had the veteran out there. So I wasn't going to go take out money out of the bank. So I just, whatever I had, I was going to pour into the jar and they would give you a flag. Greg thought I was a little cheap. So Greg's like, you're not giving that. because we're not going to pour some change in there. And I go, but that's all I've got because I don't carry money on me anymore. Everyone's got a debit card. So he took money out and
put
gave,
it in.
because Greg came from a military family. He wasn't a military, but his dad, his uncles, they all were. So I still have the flag there.
Well, we have a military family too. It was uncle and another uncle and grandparents. They were all in the military. Everybody seemed to have been in the military at the time.
Right.
Yeah.
But Greg didn't like it that I was going to go in my purse. Go here, son. And one thing about Greg, he was very, very good about giving, for the veterans, the what do you call it? They give the little red flowers and all that. Yeah, that's one thing.
And I just remember I made a couple videos because I have Dad's in registered photo when he was registered. I have that, his enlistment ID. And
I still got the Korean money.
Well, we still have letters, Dad's letters.
Yeah.
When he was in the war, we still have them.
Yeah.
And all the letters have that little ridge on the side, the red, white, and blue.
Oh, the little red. Yes. Back in the day.
All of them still have the little ridge. I'll go get them. Hold on. If you guys want to see them. Let me go grab them.
It's been a long time since I've seen them. I think those were the letters that he used to send to our mom. Our mom used, because a lot of women those days, they were dating military men. He was in the Korean War. And I also have the Korean money that he had. And then our uncle was in the Vietnam War. And then my dad's brother, Jim, he was in the World War II. So a lot of them were in the war, and all the women liked it whenever all the men would send them letters and let them know how they were doing. Yeah. It was a big thing in those days. It's kind of neat that our dad is buried at the cemetery. It's a beautiful place. They got waterfalls and it's gorgeous. It really is. But Lisa does have some of those. Those are all the ones that Mom saved, huh?
So this is it. Weird, huh? It's wrapped up in a... I don't know what this is. I guess Mom's had a little... Here we go.
Wow. She saved all those, huh?
Mm-hmm. This one has
what's the postage stamp?
No, it's just says airmail,
Okay.
January 1952. Handwritten, and there's like
yeah, I'm in California.
It was free. I guess it was free for veterans. Some of them, they're all open, but you guys want to see this. Yeah, Cindy's lives in California. We're California babies. And oh my God, that's so neat to see. So this is the letter, handwritten, all yellow patina and everything.
I can see that. Yeah, I can see it better on the iPad here.
I got to try to. I don't know what order they're in. Look at the rubber band. Look how old the rubber band is.
Yeah. Are they getting thin now? Have you noticed?
Yeah, they're really, really fragile.
Yeah, they're getting fragile. You can
tell.
Has
the American Red Cross.
falling apart. The rubber band's falling apart.
We don't touch them at all. I think that I honestly haven't opened these up since Mom came home to live with us, which was in 2018, and they haven't been opened ever since. Oh, hold on, guys. I got to make sure.
You know what amazes me, though? How she can forget everything else, but she knows where those are at.
Let me get this letter back in here. 1952.
Did you hear what I was saying? She forgets where everything's at, but she knows where those are at.
He says, so that means y'all have to come out and be... Yeah. Uh-huh. For sure. California. Very cool to have such personal connection with your parents. So it has dad's handwriting and everything. And of course, on the corner is, I think that's all his military numbers. It says US, and then it has his military number and his location and where it got rerouted to San Francisco. So he had to send it to San Francisco, his station or wherever it was.
And do you know, in Paso Robles, I live here in Central Coast, and Paso Robles, if you pass Paso Robles, there's the Robertson, there's a base up there, like an old army base. That's where he learned to be in the Korean War, before he did his what do you call boot camp? That's up where I live.
Here's a few lines to let you know I am well and I'm feeling fine. I hope it is the same at home. The weather over is just beautiful. He says she is hot in the daytime, but at night she's pretty cool. He's talking about Korea.
Yeah.
The rotation in this company is working out well. The men are leaving day after day. They spent it to blank down in the next couple of months. I can't quite figure it out. My time is up he talks about his time. This is in March 6, 1952. My time is up in June, but I don't know for sure. I might leave sooner. I chose a new job now. I'm a radio operator for the company. Didn't know anything about this. The first time I'm reading this letter.
First time reading something.
First time I'm reading this. I'm a radio operator for the company commander. He is new. He's a captain instead of a lieutenant. And he is very nice with the men. Give my love to all and to Grandma. I hope she is well soon. Your loving son. And my dad never used his name. He used the name given to him, which was a nickname. His nickname was Porky.
Porky. So that he sent that to his mom.
This letter was sent to Mom. Just thinking out loud, could you do a series of letters? That would be great.
Yeah, we can do that. We can do like a couple, each one. Did he send that to Mom or his mom?
His mom. These are letters to, it's all mixed.
We can do that.
Yeah. It goes, the address is to Mrs. Natalie was my grandmother's name.
And then called her nickname was Nellie.
Mrs. N. Gallegos. And I have to be very careful because this letter envelope is actually falling apart.
Yeah, you can tell.
Be careful.
Do you have a picture of Mom and him?
I don't know. Hold on. Let me put all this back together.
And nicely, because all of a sudden, have you ever seen people when things get old, it just disintegrates in their hands?
I know. I have to be very careful with these letters. So there you have it. It's not a lot. I remember Dad saying that he got chewed out by his commander because he wasn't sending letters, and got a letter back from his mom saying, I need to know if my son is okay. He's not mailing me.
Oh, okay.
So, and these are, I don't know who these people are. These are old photographs. But this is Grandpa.
So that's Mom's. Okay, so that's Grandpa's side. That's okay. So that's Grandpa.
That's my grandfather on my mom's side.
And
Latino.
that's his mom.
This is Jesus.
That's
right.
Our grandfather.
And that's
our grandfather's mom. That's your great grandmother.
All Angelinos. And yes, the Latinos have been in LA that long.
When Lisa says Angelinos, I'm like, who are the Angelinos? We're not Angelinos.
I don't know where she got that.
Oh, so Angelinos, isn't that a last name?
I've always tried thinking about content creation. Me too. They're trying to think of creation. So I think that's great. you know? So here we have a topic and these old letters from dad.
So do you
So I
have
got to
a
be very
picture?
careful.
Do you have a photo of mom and dad?
Probably somewhere. I don't pay
Yeah.
attention. Mom's very bitter about dad. I want you to know that I had to rescue these letters. Because mom's done, she's done.
We're lucky they're not in the fire.
I was like, excuse me, what are you doing with those letters? Why are they like just sitting there? She's like, what are you talking about?
Oh.
And I was like,
Yeah.
you know, there's letters are not yours. The letters
ours.
are actually ours.
Yeah.
And if I choose to keep them,
Then you
that's
choose to. That's
my
right.
job. So I said, give them to me. I'll take care of it. Oh, I got one more thing.
Remember, Mom, I'm the one that took him a bath. I diapered him. I did this.
I think that's fine. I mean,
Yeah, but
you don't like punish the kids.
Exactly.
Then we
And
have
we're-
this. Hold on.
And we're the kids. We are the kids, right? I hope you guys are all having a good time. We're doing something a little different today. What is that? Oh, wow.
Hold on.
I don't know what you're doing. You
Hold
brought
on.
it out, then you put it down. Let's see. Oh, okay.
And look at, they even had his name, his Porky. Right
It
there.
sounds like it says with. I need to get some more water. I can't read what it says, Lisa. You have the. Oh, there it is. Porky. His name was Porky, Pork Chops, Red, Harold. Was there another nickname? Hey, Porky. Hey, Pork Chops. Hey, Red.
So, and I'll give this to Cindy because I'm not keeping it. I mean, I just have it, but I'm not really hanging it,
Well, I have his flag, and we were supposed to get that done, and we haven't done.
Cindy has the flag. I don't have that.
Yeah.
I mean, these are just things. And by the way, they weren't with me when Mom came to live with me.
Right.
She brought all of this stuff with her, and there's a lot of stuff in that that she brought back with her. I'm surprised she still managed to find this. Mom had so much stuff in the house in New Mexico. It was ridiculous. I mean, it was like you had to sift through the worthless and what was worth anything. Then we ended up just bringing it all home. And she had stuff that was in lock boxes. We had to break them open and found out that there were family heirlooms in there, like these letters. And, we had to just go and run. And she was like very, very careless about things. But she was in her 80s by that time. So, and I decided, I took this and I put it in my drawer in my room, my husband and I. And this is the first time I took it out I didn't even open it. I didn't open it at all, but I knew that I saw them. She had them in a bag, like a Target bag. Can you imagine? And I'm like, what is this? And why is it in here? But she had it still wrapped up in this thing, but she had it in a Target bag, just with other stuff. And I just said, you know what, just give it to me. I'm going to take care of it. And I did. And I just put it in the drawer and left it there. So, and then, gave Cindy all the other stuff that Dad had. Yes, I actually can imagine. Thank you.
I can't find my sweater. It's getting cold.
But yeah, that's an interesting story. It's the first time I ever read a letter from this batch. And we also get, because Lance is a counselor, we get some letters from people in prison that he's helping get on parole. And so he counsels them. He gets phone calls to the house, not our house, but he gets phone calls to his cell phone. And all the calls are monitored, but there are calls from guys in prison calling Lance saying, hey, for like a weekly or a monthly counsel call. And he talks to them and he shares with them about life and what they can do to live and work on their chronos and also work on their parole board hearing.
And they're in prison,
Yeah.
so he understands. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
And so they call him for counseling.
That's nice.
And all the conversations are listened to,
Ooh.
they're recorded. And he
Well,
just
yeah,
shares.
that they do. Yeah.
Yeah. And so he has to keep everything on the up and up and talks to them and says, you know, how are you doing? What are you working on? What is it that you need? And he works with them. So
I can't find my sweater. I'm like freezing. It's getting cold out here in Central Coast. It's starting to get cold in the morning. I turned on the heater for the first time, so I can't find it.
So that's about it, guys. I don't know. Anything else, Cindy?
Yeah, I got something else.
Uh-oh, here we go.
So
what is Central Coast? Okay, so California is divided in two divisions. There's Northern California and Southern California, but anything in between, and that is Santa Barbara County. Santa Barbara County to
Santa Barbara County goes all the way up to Santa Maria, and then from Napomo becomes San Luis Obispo County, all the way up, and then it goes into Northern California, like going towards Santa Cruz, and after that, I don't even know.
Let me look at the California map. So we have Southern California, Central California, and Northern California. And
ooh, it's cold.
Here it is. So, oh, hang on a second. So I'm down here in the communist portion of California. I live in Southern California. Cindy lives in the neutral zone. Lots of farmland, Central California. And then Northern California is the okay, so Northern California, we're going to have to like restructure this, the definition, because everybody thinks Monterey up is all liberal,
right,
communist. But then you go up into Redding. Yeah. And then you go up into Redding, and Redding is a bunch of you know, like conservatives up there. Okay. And it's a very pretty state.
We all have our stereotype. I'm in farmlands. When I first moved out here, I came from like, you know, a city life. I was like, Wrangler jeans. What's like
stereotype? Come on, I know you think it.
The honest truth, this really happened.
Don't lie.
I'm not into
Don't lie about Loop. I know you think it.
I know, but it was like Wrangler jeans and boots.
Rodeos.
You know, I'm like, you know, I'm from like Guess jeans. I mean, you know, Levi's 501s. So anyways, you know, we never, I'm being really nice. When we came from Orange County in LA, nobody looked at Wrangler jeans. So I come over here and it is Wranglers everywhere. I was like, Wranglers popular? Where did they become popular? And then, you know, everyone's wearing boots, right? All the stylish leather Wranglers and Levi's. Levi's, I knew, but nobody wore Wranglers, but cowboys do. You know what I'm saying? And I was like, oh, that's right. I'm in a cowboy town. So, you know, they're not worried about, you know, Guess jeans.
Well, where you are, they grew strawberries and
cabbage and lettuce, right? But we're talking about, you know, everyone's wearing, women, everyone, Wranglers. You know, I mean, I was like, I was used to designer names. I guess it's designer name here, but it wasn't designer name to me. You know what I'm saying? So, anyways, I always wore Dad wore Levi's 501s. It was Levi's, right, in our house.
I was a 501.
That was it.
501.
Right. So, anyways, so I come up here and boots. I always used a different kind of boots. I go, What kind of boots are those? They were like round boots, like a round type of boots. I don't even know what you call them. I can't even remember anymore. And if you ask Megan, Megan's like, "What boots, Mom?" I go, "They're like round boots." Uggs. Uggs is real popular up here. It's just a different life. It's a different life. So it's called a city girl brain that dresses city life into a farming area.
Well, Michael Jackson lived up there too, don't forget.
Nah, but he
moved
lived in
up
San
there.
Ynez. He still was close to the city. He was like Santa Barbara. Oh God, what is that? What are those boots called? I'm gonna find out right now. Let me find out.
And Michael Jackson lived up there because he liked that hometown feel, and everybody treated him like a normal human being and didn't bother him. And he raised his kids up there in Santa Ynez at the ranch, right?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yes. Lisa knows more about that than I. I'm like, really, Lisa?
But, we're the generation where at one point, you talk about, okay, here's a thing that people don't know about. Let's just talk about it.
Yeah, let's go.
Cindy and I grew up in Whittier. It's a town in Los Angeles. It's a small, like, Quaker town, but it's a sprawling city now.
But it's a big city now.
But the person who went to college there at Whittier College was
I know what
President Nixon, who's a Republican. He became president, so he was from Whittier.
Okay, Roper's boots. Ropers. The Ropers.
Okay.
They look like, like they tie up, and then some have like a little tongue, kind of like looks like that. I was like, what are those? Called Ropers.
You can see, Cindy and I talked about this, Cynthia. He goes live once a week. So you and I were thinking about going live once.
We're going to talk about that next.
Yeah.
So when I moved up here, okay, let me tell you another thing. When I moved up here, wineries were not here. It was cattle, pigs, chickens, and vegetables. I am so happy that they got wine. Not that wine, it's just a little bit more stylish. You know what I mean? Winery, and it's brought a little bit of more business into the area. Don't you think so, Lisa?
Oh my God. Well, yeah. I mean, Central California is like one of the best wine growing regions
because
in the world.
The wines were in Paso and a few places. Now there's wine everywhere.
So your Saturday, October 25th, his time is 6:30 our time.
Oh, am I missing something here? I guess I am.
Yeah, I want to be respectful.
Okay, well, I was looking at boots. So I was trying to find out what I was talking.
Cindy's looking for the
I was like,
the lace ups. I know exactly what you're talking about. So 6:30 p.m. there's a live stream belt loop.
Cindy was like trying to figure out all this stuff, and I'm lost.
So I have it down.
And is he talking about he goes live on Saturday?
Yeah.
All right. I need to get a pen here.
I got my content calendar.
I got a ton of makeup brushes here.
Right here.
Let me find my. Hold on. Let me find my pen.
And you're in where? Mississippi?
So he's 3 hours ahead of us, right?
Yeah.
So right now we are what time? We're 5:59. So is he 8 o'clock or 8:30? Almost 9. So that would give us an idea. He's got to be Eastern time.
My husband is from, okay, that's Mississippi. Okay. Awesome. My husband is from Northern California, a place called Santa Rosa, and it's in Sonoma County. And Sonoma County is also a very heavy, rich grape growing region.
Yeah.
And Cindy and I have gone wine tasting up there with
not Sonoma.
That's Sonoma.
You went to Los Olivos.
Oh, so it'd be 5:30. Okay. So we put 5:30. Okay. Yeah, but we went to Sonoma when we visited the Redwood.
Oh my God, you're right. So Lisa's husband is from where? Sonoma.
Santa
right?
Rosa, that's
Santa
in Sonoma
Rosa.
County.
And we went, you know what? You're right. Does she still lives up north?
Who?
The person that you're talking to. I can't see I don't see it on my side.
Hold on. No, Belt Loop lives in Mississippi.
Right.
There's a Santa Rosa County in Florida.
Oh.
Okay. No, Santa Rosa in California is in Sonoma County.
Right. It's up towards San Francisco.
North of San Francisco.
Oh, you're talking okay, Belle. Okay, I'm like all confused here. There was somebody here before. I'm like, geez, where was I at? I was thinking about ropers. Yeah, there is a 3-hour difference.
I'm gonna just check it out. I know that whatever the time frame will be, we'll make sure.
Okay, so you're gonna be live. You're gonna be live on Saturday night, right?
Belt Loop says he's going to be live. We can watch his live stream at 6:30.
Right.
I'll still tune in at 5:30 just to make sure the time is right.
Okay, that's what I'm saying, because remember what happened to me? I was doing something in New York time, and I was supposed to be on their Zoom call. I kept missing it. I'm like, you didn't show up. She goes, I'm in New York time. Just like, oh, that's right. That's right. Okay.
So he's not in Eastern, he's in Central. Got it.
I know. I get confused.
Zone later.
We're Central time, right?
No, we're
West
Pacific.
Coast. Pacific time. So there's Eastern time.
East, Central.
East, Central, and Pacific.
And Hawaii time is 3 hours.
You know, I never realized that. I never realized that. Because when you talk to people are like, oh my God, what are we? But like a lot of people that do YouTube, Zoom calls, they get to understand all that because you have to know everyone's times. Isn't that the truth? It really is true.
And do you guys only live stream on YouTube? Just curious.
Well, I don't do TikTok. Lisa does TikTok because I don't have enough hours on TikTok or subscribers or whatever.
I posted over on Rumble as well, but a lot of people are coming back to YouTube after Rumble now. They're getting let back on. And a lot of them now are saying how much they love YouTube over Rumble. So I hate the commercials on Rumble. They suck.
I don't really know too much about Rumble. I never watched it, but it's the weirdest thing. TikTok, I don't know. I do a little bit in TikTok, but I don't have enough followers. But I put more time in YouTube.
I do. I put more time in YouTube now. It's
just a lot because I'm not, I don't want to be working from 6 a.m. in the morning, 9 o'clock at night.
It's a lot of work.
Doing all this. I'm excited. Yeah. Okay. So we're going to talk about something. So I'm not trying to change the subject, but I got my Dollar Tree haul. I'm doing my makeup tomorrow. I'm doing my nails. Cindy's got a busy week this week. Who shops at Dollar Tree? Anybody shops at Dollar Tree? So anyways, I needed trash bags. I got Good Sense drawstrings, tall kitchen bags, Moonlight Magic scent.
Let us know how they work.
In our household, we never have the right trash bags. Even when Greg was here, the trash bags are either too tight. It says, but only 8 hours on Sunday. So what do you mean by that?
Working his work.
Oh, she shops at Dollar Tree. So this is supposed to have a scent. So in our household, believe it or not, we never have the right trash bags for our trash can in the kitchen. And we have a little Dakota that has these little teeth, and she loves to go ding underneath It's got nice scent to it. Not a whole lot, but for $1.25, it's going to work. So bird seeds go in here, trash goes in here, and so I bought some of that. Bought my Reynolds wrap. This is for every day, 15 square foot. I buy a lot of household items at the Dollar Tree.
Got it.
And
$1.25.
I'll tell you why. If you go to the store just to get these things, they're expensive. They're like, I went in and we were paying $7, $4, $5, $10 to buy trash bags.
You got to go to Costco.
I know.
She's mad at me now.
But let me explain something, because remember, it took me forever to do my toilet paper demo. Megan and David, okay, my daughter and her boyfriend, they live with me. They do everything online, everything. And every time I do everything online, I forget. I didn't get this. I didn't get that. I forgot that. So Megan tells me, write a note. So I've been writing notes. I like going in person so I can see things. It's taken a while for me to do things online because I'm the visual person.
But the
right?
thing is, Cynthia, is that when you get your car, you can do your own shopping.
I'm going to do that. That's why I'm taking my car in.
Okay.
So I got foil. I got slippers.
Those are not going to last long.
All right,
They're
let me
gonna
tell you
last
what.
a couple.
I'll tell you
That's
why
gonna
I
be
got
two
my
in.
dollar slippers.
That's going to
So
be two uses.
I go into Macy's, right? You know, remember the pretty slippers that were like blue and white? We would buy for our mom, and remember, they're like furry and soft, and you can't find them anymore. So I work at Macy's, right? So I go down into Macy's and I go in the slipper department. I go, "Where's your slippers?" She goes, "Those are them right there." I go, "They're Uggs." I go, "They look like shoes." And she goes, "All those beautiful slippers that we used to buy, they're hard to find nowadays." And I'm there you go, old school. And so I need slippers, right? I'm walking around with shoes and slip-on sandals, you know what I'm saying? And my feet are cold in the morning. Saw these at Dollar Tree. I'm gonna wear these until I get my slippers. So these are $1. These are from 5 to 6, and I got battery thing. So I got these.
Okay.
They're not gonna last long, but they're gonna last. Do you know that people like watching Dollar Tree hauls?
Yes.
All right. Well, that's why I'm doing this.
Okay.
I got some of these. All right. Megan says, "Mom, they're $1." That's my daughter. Napkins. I will not buy napkins anymore at the grocery store. $1.25, 150 count. Now let me explain something. These are thinner. They are thinner, but you throw them away.
But they get the job done.
They get the job done. You go to Albertson, they used to have them for $1.89. Then they went to $2. Then they went to $3. Now they're $3.99. And since Greg passed, I'm being not that I'm being frugal, I'm just being more aware. Batteries. They're empty. They're for my light.
Okay.
So I can turn them on. But I'm going to be honest with you. They were like, these were $1.25. They're called AAA Circuit Super Heavy Duty batteries. And they work. This is, but I'll be honest, they don't last as long.
They don't last
but
long.
They work. Right.
That's the thing.
Right. Okay. But I don't want to spend $10 on batteries. Got 2 of them. Bought these for the toilet. So these were $1.25. These are called Blue and Bleach. Remember the little man that used to be in the toilet bowl? These are taking the place. In the Dollar Tree.
Nice.
So I was watching another Dollar Tree haul. Toilet bowl cleaner, fresh scent, and you're supposed to put them in the tank. So one time I bought some of these from the grocery store many years ago, and I did it completely wrong. I threw them in the toilet. And Greg goes, no, those go in the tank. We had mush in the toilet for like oh, here's the batteries. I love AAA's. We use AAA's for everything. These are Megan's. I forgot to give them to her. She's always asking, Mom, where's my stuff? They're in the bag. These are, see, this is why I go to the Dollar Tree. 20 elastic. Why spend so much money? These are $1.25 for all these. It's a great deal. This is why we go to the Dollar Tree now. We just go for like paper plates and stuff like that. Copy paper, $1.25. And these are great. They don't harm your hair. They don't break your hair. They don't add split. They're no more different than the ones you buy at the store. They work.
Tommy's here.
Hey, Tommy, how was California? Do you know Tommy was in California?
Yeah, he was in our neck of the woods.
I know. He was at the golf course in Montebello. When you went to the wedding, I don't know if he was at the same place, but he was at a golf course in Montebello.
I was at the wedding at the golf course a week before he arrived. No,
was it the same golf course?
Because he arrived like Wednesday, and I was at the golf course on Sunday.
Yeah, I was like, I bet he's at the golf course.
Oh, by the way, Tommy, I want you to know, I went into one of Tommy's lives. I wasn't in the show. I was watching.
Yeah.
And he was with a very nice lady, and they were talking about doing like faceless channels or using AI for content using
Kaleidos.
It was somebody, and they were using Canva. Do you know from that video?
Kaleidoscope.
I made a faceless channel, and I've been on it. I made a faceless channel. In September, I did a faceless channel based on, I load up everything out of Canva.
Okay.
And then I post it, and I've already been doing it for 2 months.
Really?
Yeah.
Tommy, she watched with Kaleidoscope, she watched your guys stream. And the next day, Lisa.
I make all the content in 3 days, and then I post. You're only allowed to post 10 videos a day. So I have it up. I have it all done like in 6 days.
Okay. So I got something to tell you.
Okay.
Okay. So this is a really good thing. Tommy, you should start talking about that because it motivated her to do that. You've got something that you can use that other people don't know. And you taught Lisa something.
Yeah, I learned it. I was watching. I'm like, you know what? I could do this. At one point, I was dropping 1 video an hour.
Can you share it right now?
I don't. And also the key is don't share your channel. Did you know about that?
Okay, wait. Don't share what? Don't share your channel. What are you talking about? Like on your
Don't tell
post?
anybody about your channel.
You got me lost. Tommy says, okay, so Tommy says, oh, using Canva. So was Tommy talking about Canva when you guys talked about?
Yeah, they were talking about creating content using AI and how to create it on Canva. And I watched them. And the way they gave the application made it simple. You know why? Because they weren't doing it a whole big old fancy way. They were saying this is how you basically do it. And because it's how you basically do it, I basically did it and I executed it on Canva.
Okay, so what you're saying, Tommy made it sound more easier.
Based on how they were showing it, it was just.
So that's why I'm saying, Tommy, you probably have a way of teaching that you can share that more often in people's channel, because if That's a really good thing. When you have the opportunity to share to others that don't understand it, that's a good thing because he explained it where it motivated you.
Yeah. Yeah. He motivated. I mean, I did it like the next day. I was like, oh, this looks like I can do this. And yeah, don't tell anybody about your channel. You don't want to tell anybody about your channel because you don't want the people that you know going into your channel and watching the content, that they're not your audience. You want to have a whole fresh, engaging audience.
Okay, so you're on live right now. You're
Yes.
live right now. He asked, okay, before I forget, he asked, was it easier on Canva? Oh, that was Bitaloo. Okay.
Yeah,
right, so
I mean,
they're chit-chatting. Okay, Tommy and Loop's talking. Okay. All right, let me I'm confused right now. Okay, let me finish this. Because I'm like confused. I'm like,
well, Tommy popped in, so I just wanted him to know before he left.
No, that's good. That's good. And that's okay. I like you guys reaching new audience. Okay, let's see. Oh, and I also got Pop Sugar. I got Dream Lavender Melatonin Bath Enhancer for my brain.
That's nice.
Yeah, so I got
Enjoy
some of
that.
Yeah, so I'm really excited to use this. And then I got makeup. So I'm not going to talk about the makeup here, but I just wanted to let you know that I got some Dollar Tree. Okay. I just wanted to get one bag done. I've got a lot to do. All right. Now we're going to go back. Sharing videos. This is a good topic because I don't know what you're talking about. Sharing topics. Are you talking about sharing on your post? I don't understand what you're saying.
I created a new it's a faceless channel. I'm only doing shorts right now.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And some of the gurus out there say when you make a new channel, don't tell anybody about it because you don't want to attract the wrong audience.
So you're saying on your new channel, you're not mentioning about it.
I'm not telling friends and family about my channel.
Oh, your friends and family. Okay, I get it. Okay, I thought you were talking about people like all of us and you won't share it with each other.
I won't share it with you. I don't want you going over there and watching anything.
Me?
Yeah. I don't share it with people in my coaching group. I don't share it with friends, family, that where this channel is.
You want to get new people.
Yes.
That are not friends and families.
Yes.
Oh, okay. That's good. Because I didn't understand that. I was like, what?
It won't rely. The point is, if you're trying to start a new channel, it won't rely on the algorithm. I don't think that's entirely accurate. Probably not, but I'm doing it anyway.
Are you testing? Are you testing?
Yeah.
Well, so I don't know if you know this because I'm going to say it right now. So remember I mentioned in the past, I try to go from A all the way down to Z and see everyone's channel to see, what's, because sometimes when you get busy, you don't get a chance to see everybody. Do you know, I found people that haven't made a video for 3 years.
Yes.
3 years. I was like,
yes, 100%.
So now that what makes people quit? That's what I don't understand. What now that we're talking about having channels, what makes people just stop? I mean, like, because I've seen channels with millions to small to 100,000 to millions, and they stopped.
They just probably realized that they don't like it, or they picked the wrong niche, or they probably didn't get the engagement that they wanted, and they didn't have the right expectations, and they thought that they were going to get monetized, so they're disappointed.
And Tommy's right. Visiting everyone's channel that you're connected is a lot of work. It is. See, that's the point. Because you do hear people say on that if you don't go say hi to them, they think that you're not seeing them. And it's just like, well, after a while, you can't see everybody anymore. I mean, it's a lot.
You really want to attract an audience that was intended for you. If you're a creator, you want to attract an audience that's in your niche. But
Mhm.
if you're doing a follow for follow, it doesn't work in the long run. It doesn't.
Well, we mentioned that before. And
Yes.
that's why I'm saying, to be honest with you, that I noticed that some people, like, they would come to my channel and I would say them and I say hi to them and stuff, and I haven't seen them for a while.
Mhm.
And then out of the blue, I went 3 years. I didn't even realize it's been 3 years.
You really want to focus on creating content that resonates with the real audience, and people want to be
Hmm.
there because they want to be there. They
Right.
don't want a follow for follow, even on TikTok, is really f's up your algorithms
And
because
I don't think sometimes people realize that. That's where I'm just getting at. And I didn't even know. I didn't pay attention until one day I just said, "Well, I'm just going to go say hi." You go click on it, and then you start looking, and you're like, it says there how long it's been, and I didn't even know.
yeah. That's why it's
So,
important to stay consistent and,
well, I'm
um,
consistent doing my videos. I'm talking about not seeing somebody. Well, maybe I'm not making sense.
well, I think I told you a long time ago, be a creator, not a consumer. If you're creating content, you don't really have time to watch other people's content. Now, the reason why I ran into Tommy's content is because there are times when I watch how-tos. Like I
Do it
follow
yourself.
how to create a faceless channel, or how to create content, how to engage. Sometimes I'll watch those, and so the algorithm attracted me to that video, that live, and plus and to Tommy's channel. And I saw that he put announcements saying he was going to be live. I told him I was going to show up. I showed up that day. I showed up late, but at least I got shorts get subscribers. They do, but a lot of the people who watch the shorts don't watch your long form content. Watch why you want to
I've
watch.
heard that
Exactly.
too. I've heard that too. Um, See, I don't know if there's a right and wrong, or right and wrong and wrong and right. I don't know. Because
Let me
I
share
do
with
videos.
you. I'm not going to tell you what my faceless
No,
channel
no, it's
is.
okay. You don't need to tell me.
Let me go into my studio. Switch account. So without announcing to anybody, my videos are doing very well. And I've only been doing it a month, September, October. We're talking about all a month of September,
Okay.
half of October. I have 23 subscribers. I have a total of 6,400 views, and I have watch time hours, 8 hours, almost 9 hours. And I've only been on it now it says 28 days. Well, no, I mean, how long have I been? About a month and a half. And I spend 3 days, 2 or 3 days creating the content. This is when I started. And I spend 3 days loading it up. I do one short form piece of content every single day. And I'm done with it. And if I keep it up, if I were to buckle down and spend time, I could upload the entire year
So you're
in a month.
testing right now. You're testing to see how it goes.
Yeah, I'm having fun with
Okay.
it.
And there's nothing wrong with that. That's a good thing. I think, Lisa, that we're talking about this. Maybe Belt Loop and Tommy would like to come on our show next month and just talk about something like this. That's a great conversation about what you're doing, about AI. I'll be honest with you. All of it's new to me too. You know what I'm saying? I love to hear things, and I've told you that before, because I'm in this world right here. I do a lot of this. I like learning other. That's why I'm saying this platform here. I love learning new things.
Yeah.
That's what I've said. And maybe they would like to come on our show. We can all talk. You know what I mean? And just talk about some different aspects because we're all different. You do podcasts. I do beauty, skincare. Tommy does things about like talking about different things. Belt Loop does it. I think something like that is good to have a variety of people on live just to give interaction on different aspects.
So one of the people that I follow, and I haven't bought anything. This is the thing. They've liked to sell their courses, but I haven't purchased anything. And one of the persons that I follow, and Tommy would know who he is, his name is Matt Parr. And he's a guy who apparently says he created a bunch of faceless channels. And he posts a lot of how-tos and how to grow different channels. And so I just grab what I find pertinent and then I use it. But when I saw Tommy, and I believe, yeah, you're right, I think it was Kaleidoscope, talking about Canva, I said, you know what? I'm just going to use Canva. I pay for it, $15 a month. I might as well just use it. And once you get in the repetition over and over again of doing something, you get more and more used to it and it gets faster. At first it was slow. It took me several days. But now I realize, now it took me only 3 days. And then next month, or if I start up tomorrow, spend 2 hours for the month of November, I wonder how long it's going to take me to create all that content, maybe just 2 days.
But also Tommy's done some like learn how to be like a real like when people do acting, he actually not acting but like filming. He's really pretty. I mean, I've seen, that's what I do, so I see how it looks.
And he's also built a community around it.
But he can build more to it too. Well, it's up to them if they want to come on next week, because what's going to happen, you guys, we're going to start doing once a week because Lisa works at Target. Christmas is coming.
Part-time.
Yeah, but my flex becomes full-time when it's Christmas time, because that's when I make most of my money on fragrances. So if you and Belt Loop and Tommy, if you guys want to come in at 4:00 with Lisa and I next week and just chit chat about the different things that Lisa's talking about, let us know, and you're more than welcome to be a guest in our show, because I like listening. I like learning. Because I have a little group that I talk about, but it's always good to learn new things.
Yeah. I mean, you never know if you ever want to build a faceless channel and see what happens.
So he's saying he can only go on Saturdays.
Okay.
Belt Loop says Saturdays.
Well, at least I can be there watching Belt Loop's stuff, period. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And be there to support.
Right. What about Tommy? What's your schedule, Tommy, for next Tuesday? Is it, you said, Lisa, Tuesday? We're doing Tuesdays only. Yeah.
And don't forget, I started a new podcast called Midlifer Gone Digital.
Okay. So will Lisa say,
I do. I invite like midlife people in midlife, and they come on and
then you can invite me. I'd be happy to be a guest. Okay. So if you guys can't do, so Lisa's got a podcast including on Friday. We can all show up on a Friday on Lisa's podcast. I don't mind talking about different things. I'm very open-minded.
I had an on-demand t-shirt maker on a couple weeks ago. I had an email marketer on the show last week. And a guy who does TikTok shop, and he does I had
Okay, Tommy says day and time. He's open. Belt Loop says Saturday at 8:30 is I don't know, I guess they're talking to each other. I don't know. I get in the conversation, it's not even me. You know me.
I'll tell you what, why don't we I'll show up to Belt Loop's Saturday live. But he also said something about Mad Dog. I don't know who Mad Dog is. I'll figure that out. and then I'll send that out, and then I'll look and see what the schedule looks like.
Okay. Can you guys do me a favor? Lisa, put
What?
your YouTube email address so they can connect with you. Do you have an email address?
Yeah, but I'm not going to put it on here. Just send me a message.
Okay. Tommy and Belt Loop 29.
Oh, hang on.
I'm like doing all the talking here, but I don't think anybody.
That's fine. Let them enjoy. They're having a conversation.
Okay, that's fine. All right. So I know, let them have all of a sudden we'll be gone. They'll be like, what happened to those two? Where'd they go? Anyways, so how is your podcast doing?
Doing great. I love talking to people. People love talking about their stuff. Like Lauren loves to talk about AI. And my t-shirt guy, who he's talking about, he has his website together now. So I can create my t-shirts and sell some shirts. You know what I mean? Put some merch out there. And I talked to an email marketer. He's a stay-at-home dad. And he does email marketing, which I thought was a dying, a make money online dying concept. And he's like, oh yeah, I do it all the time now. He does it all the time. He does a number of other things. He does do a little bit of MLM. I'm not a big fan.
I think he was okay. So I'm being nice. I think he was kind of talking about his business because I think he was trying to sell it a little bit.
His platform, though. I don't blame him. He wants to talk about his business. I invited him on the show.
I thought.
And he was honest about it. That's what's great.
I thought that was. I think when people get hooked in this MLM, they're always trying to sell it. You know what I mean? Because that's how they live.
Yeah,
but
I
it was
understand
interesting.
that.
But it was interesting that you only pay so much a month. What was it? Vitamins?
Yeah, it's vitamins,
Yeah.
and he says he pays like $50, and then that's what you sell is the access to the subscription. You know,
right? And I thought that was pretty cool. I mean, that part I liked, but
yeah.
I'm sure there's an entrance fee, and then it becomes $50. There's always a catch to everything.
Yeah, and I'm not into MLM. It's not my thing. Yeah, it sounds like Amway.
Yeah. It sounds like, yeah, it was, what was it? It was something to do with vitamins.
Yeah, he said they sell vitamins, a membership type of club, and they sell vitamins. Tommy says you're in Montebello. We're not in Montebello. I'm in Long Beach. Cynthia's in Central.
No, what happened was, Tommy, our grandparents had a house in Montebello. So when we would go to Montebello, we go visit our grandparents, and our uncle lived there. So my mom lived there in Montebello. I stayed in my dad and my mom when they had me. We were there for a year. So Montebello is like a second house
for her.
Yes.
Yeah.
And then Lisa was just raised in Whittier. Yes, Montebello is nice. It's a nice place. Our grandparents had a gorgeous house there. Yeah. And then when you were in Montebello, Lisa went to what was that place? That golf course, Lisa?
The Quiet Cannon. It's
the
golf
Quiet
course.
Cannon, which is right up. So our dad friends used to live right by the Quiet Cannon. They lived in those apartments right there.
So the Quiet Cannon is a golf course, and
Yes.
there's hotels. And I went to a wedding at the Quiet Cannon the Sunday. You were there on a Wednesday. I was there the Sunday before the Wednesday you came in. And I'm sorry I have to leave. I enjoyed it very much. Yeah, no worries. Have a great night. Thank you for being here. See you on Saturday.
Yes.
Great
And we'll
meeting.
be there Saturday. Even if I'm late, I'll be there. I'll be at your live. That's what I'm saying. And I'm talking over here when I need to be talking over here.
But yeah, so you were there just a couple days later. So you got there Thursday, exactly. And in one of the videos where you are at the golf course and you're sitting in that area
Yes.
with the lawn chairs, I was there. The wedding was in that little courtyard.
So he was at the Quiet Cannon, Tommy?
Yeah. Tommy was sitting on the
Oh
outside of
my
the Quiet
God.
Cannon.
And then that's right. You drove over to Hollywood. Yeah.
Yeah.
So was that the first time, Tommy, that you were in California? How cool is that? You guys were so close. You could have said hi.
He was at the Kodak. I think you were in the Kodak Center in
Do
Hollywood.
you know that's where I saw Val Kilmer? So Greg, so I was selling Sebastian, and Sebastian got tickets to the Kodak Theater, and Val Kilmer was the actor. He was in a stage play, and Sebastian like sponsored something to do with that stage play, and Val Kilmer sang and everything. So they said, these are the reps that sold a certain amount. Do you want free tickets? And Greg goes, yeah, get some free tickets. We'll go. Yeah, the Dolby Theater. Yeah. So we go, Greg and I, we got there a little early. What a long day, because we drove from Central Coast all the way to LA, and we drove home that night. Oh my God. So anyways, we go to the Kodak Theater. We find out we wanted to get there a little early. We went to go have dinner around the corner, and guess who shows up?
Val Kilmer.
Val Kilmer, and yes, and his certain people. They were right near. I mean, we're talking about, I could have touched his head. That's how close he was. And Greg goes, you're not going to believe who just walked in. This is like a long time ago. This is back in 2007. And he's like right there. I mean, we're talking, and I didn't bother him. I didn't ask him for no autograph. I mean, you know, and he's talking away, going at it. And Greg goes, he's right behind you. And it was just so, he looked like who he was. He was exactly, he reminded me of the movie Tombstone. The way he looked on Tombstone is the way he looked. He was, I get emotional because he died, you know, he passed away, but.
I used to own season seats for Kings for a long time. And then I got divorced, and then everything went.
And you also had for the Angels game. Because Greg and I went and sat in the two seats.
Yeah. And we had season seats at Angel Stadium.
Yeah.
During their heyday. So anyway. Well, I'm hungry. I got to go eat.
And Tommy, we appreciate you coming in. Okay, so I'm going to say before we go, we got to be nice how we leave. Lisa and I next week, we're going to be here next Tuesday. Christmas is coming. So starting the week after, we're going to do next
November.
week, Tuesday and Thursday, but November, we're going to be on Tuesdays because Christmas is here. And I'll be honest with you, I'm going to get as much as I can and make some dollars and keep myself busy through the holidays.
And the stores are already putting up the Christmas decor.
Well, they are, but I always try to get. So Tommy, if you would like to come on our next Tuesday or next Thursday, and you'd like to make an appearance and talk about what you were talking about on Kaleidoscope, because you inspired Lisa, and Lisa called me up about it. And then she was real excited. You want to be a guest, let us know. And we'll send you a link for next Tuesday at 4, and then Thursday at 4, and then after that it's going to be every Tuesday.
Yeah.
Okay. I want to say thank you to all my friends. I want to say thank you to everyone that showed up. And okay, you're down. You're good. Okay, so next Tuesday at 4 o'clock, we'll we'll send you a link. Come to our live and we'll talk. We'll have you on. Well, you're such a nice guy. You can come on anytime. You know that. But for sure, next Tuesday, 4:00. All right. So I want to say thank you to all my friends on Facebook. And thank you to everyone that showed up today. It was a lot of fun, all of you. And we will see you on our next live Tuesday. We're going to have Tommy Kenyon with us next week. He's going to talk about some things. And what does that say? 4 parts, 6 cents? Okay. 4:00's good, right? Yes, 4:00. Bye, everyone.
Bye. Take care.
Bye.